we don't need to start semi-justifying violence against women. Harnish's retelling of that drama is really weird because the popular narrative around that story is that Hannah had lied and often leaves out that Hannah did try to clarify on the same night that Lee hadn't actually hit her. Harnish, she doesn't even go with the she lied about him hitting her narrative, which is really weird because that is such a popular one that's used against Hannah. And it
She the bruises unless he hit her. If she tried to clarify that he didn't hit her, then she lied about the bruises, so it's gonna lie anyway.
honestly makes me a little bit suspicious about where exactly she's getting her information, but more on that later. In 2020, Gabby Hanna posted a video called Transforming into a TikTok e-girl, wherein she tried to imitate a fashion style that had
Might be time to grow up, girl.
gone viral on TikTok. While perusing a Vox article called E-Girls and Pictures Explained, Hannah happened upon a picture of a girl named Bianca Devins and said this.
This outfit right here is what I wore from 7th grade to college. And now.
Unfortunately, Hannah had only been scanning the article and failed to realize that Devins had been brutally murdered at the age of only 17. Teach Castor's take does come off as a little bit victim blaming. And
He didn't consider enough empathy. He had empathy for the crazy guy, no empathy for Paul. Terrible. How appalling.
I don't think that aspect ever even occurred to Castner because I don't think that he saw Paul's perspective as one that's worthy of trying to understand.
Well, I just don't understand why we make that video in general. What's the point of that? Just make the same video. Just feels like you're trying to be unique.
He allowed his, for the record, completely justified dislike of Logan Paul, allowed the way that he perceived his situation, and thus allowed the way that he commented on it. It's really, really easy to build people up as villains. Going off of the Ben Johnson example again, in my opinion, Castner got it into his head that Johnson had clearly marked a victim of abuse for having a serious medical emergency. Why shouldn't he call Johnson out? And Castner became so convinced of his correctness that he wouldn't listen to anyone else, even Rhea herself. Who cares if Johnson he did something bad. He deserves it. You should ask.
It's a good concept, trying to be so desperate to try to say something new, but you say some dumb ass shit. I agree with that. I've also never seen a commentator do that before. To try to win, it's over. Don't even worry about it. Boy, you're fucked. Like, okay, great stuff. Good job, guys. This feminist leader. Like, great stuff.
Working together to dismantle these systems, many women have been unable to tackle their own internalized misogyny and continually blame each other for the problems faced in the day-to-day. There's so many examples throughout history of a woman who's been targeted with such intense veracity, and usually the outlier
Cool. Happy Month is one of you guys. She's a real victim.
is he did not conform to the patriarchal norm and was treated with such intensity.
That whole book is about like patriarchal norms. What are you talking about? Literally, one of them is like to advocate for yourself. It's not saying women aren't supposed to advocate for themselves. That is what like one of the patriarchal norms is, and that book says you need to advocate for yourself. And one of those ways is by finding a man who will fucking take care of their goddamn kids. What are you saying? Like she doesn't know what she's talking about. She has a point she wants to make, so she'll just find something and decide to force it. But you don't really know what you're talking about. You have conversations with that affirm these dog shit fucking things. Like I don't understand. This is preposterous. You wanna know what the funny thing is? If I ever said what you just said to my wife, she would tell me I'm a fucking fool. That's why I married her, because I want to be kept in check. But what you're saying is stupid. And like my wife would have said, you're being stupid right now. That is so dumb. You're saying women trying harder at the workplace is actually anti-feminist? Oh, you're stupid. She wouldn't call me stupid. She would fucking speak to me like I'm a child, because that's what you have, a child's perspective.
you doing? Look at the game sense. You made that hole. Oh, you made that hole, Avid. Look how I knew you double back. Look how Daddy knew. Look how Daddy knew. See how Daddy knew? It's just game sense. Am I playing psycho? Like what? I'm on the most like one-sided angle ever, and I stop. I need to get strapped. I need to get strapped.
You need to get strapped.
I need to get strapped.
Because your gun's still done it, and you're positive, yeah.
Chat, I need to get strapped. Hey, chat. Chat, let me cook up. Chat, let me cook up. I promise.
Give it a positive mindset. You got it off.
It's getting so strappy. Chat, I promise. It's getting so strappy. Everyone stay cool, calm, collected. It's getting so strappy. This side.
I'm a bad soccer. I'm not gonna lie.
I know you're the bad soccer. It's a shotgun error. It's a shotgun error. Oh my god, that's my goal. My goal now. Come on, stop. Come on, stop. Come on, stop. We're on BT right now. We're on BT.
5 seconds to count.
What can you do when I'm floating? Leo, I love this. I love when my back's up against the wall. I love when my back is pushed up.
The use of AAVE by black individuals was termed police as a form of discrimination and a means to criticize and
Why the fuck are you comparing yourself to black people? She's info dumping again. Guys, people would criticize me for the way I'd speak. I'm gonna bring up black people as a shield. Okay, cool. Great. Hey guys, sometimes I'll mispronounce words. I'm the same as a black person who gets criticized using AAVE. Wow, great stuff. We're doing a good job here today. Holy fuck. Wait, does she not understand how cool and deaf she looks? I don't know if people know this. Black people do not love it when people weaponize the issues that they go through. I'm sure black people enjoy when a white person acknowledges, like, you know, historical oppression or issues that are going on, but they don't like it when they hide behind that fucking shield. Like, look at me, black person, like, wow, yeah, so true. I see, so true. Oh, goodness. Yeah, some people make fun of me for like misspeak sometimes. That's kind of neat that they did it to black people too. What do you think the implication of that is? People are gonna think you're like comparing yourself to black people. You are. It's weird. Okay, I know that you also want to info dump to make it seem like you're super woke and know what you're talking about, but I don't think that anybody thinks that you have a meaningful understanding of anything that you're saying.
grew up. It was we could have 5 cars and everything that we wanted and a beautiful home. And then when was it gonna, within a 3-month span, I'm like, oh, I was just waiting for dad. I'm not coming home for 3 nights again. So it was always very up and down. Nothing was ever, yeah, it was really rocky.
yet Lindsay was mocked and shamed when she was publicly grappled with addiction in the aftermath.
Well, you look remarkably well. I routinely made jokes about you and the activities you do and otherwise. You're aware of that, right?
I like that you say true and otherwise.
Yeah.
True and false.
Now, aren't you supposed to be in rehab now?
Megan Fox has also spoken
Got her, yes.
about a lot of hate she's received. In one interview, Megan mentions how while a lot of younger girls loved her, most of the hate she gets is from older women.
I think women are harder on everything than men are.
Yeah, that I was saying before, women tend to be more interested in like policing themselves than other people, like men. I'd like to say that men are. I think women are. At least I am. For sure, they can hold toxic ideas as femininity, I guess. I feel like a lot of these, like Britney Spears was a slam dunk, and then I don't know. Once we got to Kim Kardashian, I started to tune out. I think I also started to tune out when she like had a horrible misquoting of an SNL skit. She just doesn't really. She has like no media literacy. So one of the things when like you're, you know, when I'm
Hating on women has become a valuable type of content.
you insinuate that Ela Town's a wow, you're part of the problem, right?
Gerald Sandberg wrote the book Lean In. The system doesn't need to change. Women, it's your fault. You aren't leaning in hard enough.
Lean in, encourage them to lean into their ambition by taking risks, challenges, and aiming for leadership roles while also calling for men to be more supportive partners at work home work. Wow, who would have thought that Cruel World Happy Mind would have mischaracterized this book?
This all perpetuates the notion that if you don't want to be victimized, you have to lean in.
Yes, pushing guys, if you're seeing this, my editor had to jam this into the middle of the video in an incredibly jarring way because I forgot to plug my Papa Got Leftovers channel with some great hits like the DoorDash girl just went.
Because they're perceived as more threatening to patriarchal society and its established rules and norms. I remember growing up, I loved anime, particularly.
Whoa! She loved anime. What the fuck? Unique experience, I think.
Putting class very strangely for the time, even wearing multiple outfits in a day. And I drew different anime characters all over my homework and school papers when I was bored. And I remember often getting judged and even getting in trouble for this. I felt really embarrassed about it, kind of shamed about it. In elementary school,
I remember when I was a kid, somebody said I smelled good for a fat guy. So that was cool. That was a compliment, I think. Because, you know, fat guys would stink a little bit. Hey, you be stinky. Be stinky.
I also remember a girl who was really shy who ended up farting in the middle of class. The whole class laughed at her and teased her about it. And without thinking about it,
She's the farter, dude. She's the farter. She's the one that farted.
I blurted out, "It's natural," because I could see how
Natural. The story happened to girl.
mortified she was at the time. Obviously, instead of people going, "You know, you kind of have a point there," the whole class turned their attention to me and laughed at my statement. And for the next few weeks, a few people would look at me and mock my statement and say, "It's natural," in a
They called her farter and said stuff drama.
joking tone. And objectively, parts are funny, a humor fit for all ages. While a lot of bully behavior has names, it hasn't necessarily been applied to this sort of online internalized misogyny behavior outside of incel culture and the manosphere.
I just don't understand. Like, is somebody farting and get made fun of? Is that something you're considered somebody? And I would almost guarantee Duncan had like a slam Duncan on something. Somebody was a bad piece of shit asshole. He made a video. He got a lot of positive attention for it. You know, especially from people who are sitting there kind of like constantly engaging. It's like, oh, this person's the super bad guy, and he's talking about the super bad guy. I like that, you know, so everybody's watching the same video from 18 people, and then after that, you're kind of trying to manufacture somebody to be as bad as somebody else. So you're like, hey, look what he did, and what he did was bad. It was wrong as a partner, but it's not something that like you know, how fucking far do you go? How far do you shit? How long do you shit your pants for, man? But you're kind of looking to just maintain that energy, man. You're looking to keep that energy up so that you can be a good guy. And so sometimes you're looking for something. You know, you're looking for somebody to be as bad as the original sin that you had gotten. People do that shit all the time. It's fucking obnoxious.
And that really doesn't sit well with me. So up